everybody. This is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. So I'm doing a recorded video of the Magnolia Rae. This is the one we made in the Zoom sew along yesterday. It was just yesterday. Here it is. It's very cute. It's got a crossbody strap. It's got a wristlet. I'm going to do all these today. It's got the option for the tumbler holder. It's got credit card slots, and it fits the phone perfectly. And I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which fits in there perfectly. So I don't know about any other phone, but probably. So there it is. Let's get started. This is a pattern by Sunshine Stitches and our own Brenna. So let's get started. All right, so we are going to put our tag on the front. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And I have it centered 2 inches up from the bottom. And I am doing a 2.5 millimeter, 2.5 stitch length. And I'm pulling my threads to the back. There we go. All right, so I have already rounded my front, my one lining piece, and my back. Round your corners, mark all your centers on all 4 edges. So that's that. Then I'm gonna follow the pattern next. So I'm gonna do my D-rings, 2 D-rings. So this is a piece in the pattern that I marked down the middle, the long edge. And we're going to fold that in, and it makes a 1/2 inch D-ring connector. Okay. All right, let's put a few clips on here so it stays together while I do my other one. And then we're going to stitch down each side. So I'm just adding my little 1/2-inch D-rings. And I am using matte black hardware. And I am going to put a piece of double-sided tape down the middle just to keep it together rather than try and stitch it. I'm out of tape. I have some over here. Oh my goodness. Trouble with the old double-sided tape today. Okay. That one doesn't want to come. I think it's because it's the end of the bolt. I mean the roll, you know. Let's see if this one will work. Yeah, that one does. Okay. Perfect. Let's get a new piece here. See if that's easier. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. Kind of comical, actually. There we go. Put the D-ring back on. There we go. Okay. 2 D-rings. Set those aside. And now you're going to grab piece H. And from the short edges, this is not a square. From the shorter edge, measure a line down the center and put 2 pieces of double-sided tape. And fold that to your center line. Okay. And now we are going to stitch down how she tells you to in the pattern. We're going to do an 8 top stitching, and then an 8 from that. Repeat that on the other side. Okay, and then we're gonna do there's some stitching in the middle from either side. Okay, let's do the other side. All right. Okay, so that's what you should have. That's piece H. All right, let's set that aside. Oh, and measure up on the wrong side. What she tells you to on one inside short edge. And just draw a line on the wrong side. So just like that. Okay. That's the bottom of page 7. Now let's go to the top of page 8. Grab your strap ends. Grab your short end, your short strap for your tumbler. And we're going to add these to each end. On each end of your strap end, your tumbler strap, sorry. Okay, there's one. And add it on the other ends. I'm having a little trouble getting it straight. There we go. Okay. Then add your square ring to one end, 1-inch square ring. And we're going to fold that over by what she tells you to in the pattern. Let's see if I can see my mark. Yeah, right there. And then we are going to sew that on. Either do a box or 2 rows of stitches. Your choice. I'm going to do a box. I know, I'm living dangerously. Okay. Then we're going to clean that up. If you have a little extra on each side, which I do, just a little, trim that up. Okay. And we're going to repeat that on this end. This end doesn't have the square rings, but we're just going to do a box. Perfect. Clean that up if you have any threads you need to singe. And then if there's any extra on the sides, trim the sides. Okay. So now this is what you have. One has a D ring or a square ring on the one side, and one has, they both have strap ends. Now we're gonna grab our Velcro. Let me cut it, hold on. All right, so we're gonna do our hook and loop. So we've got our square ring, our zipper or strap ends on both sides. And on the end that does not have the square ring, we are gonna add our scratchy side of our hook and loop right there. And then we're gonna measure from that end, the end of the strap end, and we're gonna lay our other side of our hook and loop. Okay, and then we're gonna sew both of those on. Perfect. Let's do this other side. Oops, I didn't get that cut, did I? Okay. Okay, let's clean that up, and then this will be complete. Let's see. Okay. So now your strap, your tumbler removable strap is complete. Next step. All right, so the next step is to add your, we're gonna do our crossbody. And I'm gonna add my swivel clasp first. I'm using one of these. I don't know if I like them or not. We're gonna see. And then we're gonna add our strap ends. And then we're gonna stitch that on. With another box. Okay, I'm getting pretty good at the boxes, guys. It's kind of scary. I better not speak too soon. And I have some extra on the side, so I'm just going to trim that up. Okay, add a swivel clasp. Up and through that slide adjuster. Just make sure nothing's twisted. Just like that. Add your other swivel. And make sure it's not twisted. And add our other strap end. So a box. Okay. Let's clean that up on the sides. Oops, I meant to sew that down onto my strap. Huh, that's okay. We'll just do it now. No big deal. So when you do your box, just make sure you have it down here. That's all right. It's okay. We'll just do 2 rows of stitches. Okay, no harm done. Oh, I ran out of bobbin. Let me see. I sure did. Oh, please. All right, now let's do our wristlet strap. So this has a raw edge. So measure up on the long edge, what she tells you to in the pattern, and add a piece of double-sided tape on the raw edge and then just above that line. Okay. Take this one off first, and we're gonna fold this into that line. And my purple vinyl is a little stretchy, so I'm just having to make sure I'm not stretching it as I go. I'm just pushing down. Okay. Then take your other piece of double-sided tape and we're gonna fold that over to the edge. Ends up being a 1/2 inch wristlet strap. Okay. And then take your ends, your short ends, and open those up and put those right sides together after you put your swivel clasp on. And I only have a silver swivel clasp, so I'm just going to use that today. Okay. Make sure you put your swivel clasp on before you do this next step. Take your short ends, put them right sides together. We have a major rainy day today. Very rainy. And we're gonna sew that together on that short end with the seam allowance in the pattern. Okay. Again, if you don't have your 1/2" swivel clasp on there, you're going to have to clip this out and put it on there. So it just should be dangling down here. Okay. Then I am gonna trim my corners here without trimming my stitching. Open that seam up and fold that in. And if you want to use another piece of double-sided tape there, you certainly can. I'm just going to clip mine. I think it'll be fine. Okay, just like that. So this is what you should have. Now we're going to stitch down the long edge on both sides. Both long edges. Moving your swivel clasp out of the way as you go. Okay. It gets a little thick here, so just go slow. Very doable. And then I am going to pull that thread to the back or to the inside. This is the inside where that raw edge is. So I'm going to pull that in. So that on the front, I don't have any back stitching or a knot. Okay, completely optional. You could certainly back stitch. I mean, it is a wristlet, so it's totally up to you. I'm doing 3 ties. And then I'll trim that and burn it. Okay. Then I'm going to start where I started the other one on this other side. Just for consistency. And pulling that one to the back. And I'll tie that off. Okay, so now you have a completed wristlet strap. When you go to put your rivet in, we're going to put a rivet in. She tells you about how far down you want that seam. And I'm going to put it right where she tells you. I'm going to punch a hole for my rivet. Make sure you're not going through any threads. and add a rivet. Okay, now I'll go press that, but you have your wristlet strap. No raw edges except on this long one, and you know, it's on the inside. But no, my little knots are down here. Can't even see them. Perfect. All right, so for this next step, on your back piece, and I know this is my back because I have my tag on the front. So on the back piece, on the wrong side, you need to measure up what she tells you to in the pattern, and then you're going to draw a line on either side of that, exactly what she says in the pattern. Measure up again and draw another line. So this is what you should have. We are going to cut these 2 horizontal lines between our marks. Don't go over those marks. And she says even on, if you're going to err on any side, err on the side of not going as far. Oops, my thing is kind of loose. That's weird. Okay. So we're just going to draw and cut a line where we marked those 2 horizontal lines. Okay, put your knife away as soon as you can. So now you have 2 cuts, there and there. Measure up, draw a horizontal line from center, even on center, draw up another distance, draw another line from center, and cut those 2 lines. So you have 2 cuts on the front. So we take our H piece, and remember that line we drew? We're going to stick that in the top, cut just to that line. Okay? Just like that. Let me check what she tells you to do. Insert. And then we're going to stitch just between our H piece underneath. Okay? Just staying inside that line. Make sure you back stitch at the beginning and the end. Okay, I'll show you. This is kind of like a hidden connector. Very smart. Okay, so that's what you should have. We drew 1/8 of an inch just between our H piece. We didn't go outside. Now you're going to take your H piece and pull it down in the second slit. And we're going to bring that up just like that. So this is what you have on the front. And this is what you have on the back. And we're going to just barely put that together. And you're going to have extra there, and that's what you should have. So I pulled it down too far. Okay. Let me check this. All right, so you put it down in there. And we're not worried about this right now. You've got extra back here. But pull that up 1/8 of an inch above that top slit. You see that? I'm just a little over 1/8 of an inch, and that is where we're going to stitch. But I'm going to stitch on the front. So I'm sure I catch the front. And I'm just stitching on the H piece. Okay. So we caught it on the back. There's the front and there's the back. I'm going to do one more row of stitches, 1/8 of an inch from that. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so that's what you have so far. That's what it looks like. Now, pull this out a little bit so you have some poof down here. And now we are going to do 2 rows of stitches down here. Okay, just make sure it looks straight. We're going to do 2 rows of stitching on the front. 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch. And I think I'm going to do my 1/4 inch first. Well, I'll do my 1/8 first. Okay. And then we're going to do one more 1/8 from that. Okay. One more. Okay. So that is what you have. Just like that. Okay? Set that aside. All right, I forgot to start recording. So on your card slots, I mark a T on the top, and then you mark down 4 marks. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. On the 3 lower ones, you're going to fold it and do a top stitch. Fold it wrong sides together and do a top stitch. She gives you excellent directions on this. And fold it on the last one and top stitch. Then on this first line, you're going to fold this one up to that line. And I'm going to clip it. And then measure down what she tells you in the pattern and fold that one up. Making your card slots, and repeat that for the last one. There are 3 slots. So just like that. That's what you should have. 3 slots. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go press that. All right, so I pressed that, and that's what it looks like from the back. Now we're going to just stitch down each side. And it is best to stitch from the bottom up on both sides. That way, if it moves in the same way. Most of them don't move. Okay. Now grab your wings, and we're going to add our wings to each side. So you have 2 wings. Right side down. And if your card slots are longer, start at the top. And we're going to stitch that together with the seam allowance in the pattern. Okay, and then we're going to fold those over and top stitch with that seam on the wing. Okay. Test your card slots before you go any further, just in case. There's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, with the front, you want to lay your front. Oops, let's find our centers first. Find your center and mark your centers on all 4 sides. And I had a little extra on the bottom, so I'm just trimming that off. So on the top and the bottom, and then on each side. Okay, and take your front and lay your centers together and clip those together. And I would start with the bottom and the top because you may have to trim some off the sides and the bottom actually, and I do, and that's okay. Okay. So you can see that I need to trim that to size. So I'm just going to hold on to it and trim it. And you want to trim any off the bottom, not the top. I'm actually going to do it with my rotary cutter. And you'll curve your top. And do the other side. Sometimes it's more than others, and that's okay. So now leave those wrong sides together, right side up. And we're going to baste that together. All right, so we'll baste that right sides together. Just make sure that at your tag, the card slots need to be going up. Same for this side and the back. We're gonna clip those together. And baste those together. All right, so take your zipper. She tells you what size. Your exterior zipper and your interior zipper placket. I put 1/8 inch double-sided tape. I'm gonna take the paper off. Oh my gosh, it came off so easy. How's that possible? Lay your zipper right side down on top there. Then take your lining piece. Let's see if I can get the tape off this one. And sandwich that in between. And then sew that together at the seam allowance in the pattern. Your zipper pulls are not on yet. Okay. And then put those wrong sides together, and we're going to top stitch and baste those 3 sides closed. Okay. Okay, I always start over here on the raw edge so I can back stitch and it never will be clean. Hold, please. Now, grab your D-rings, and we're going to attach those. I'm going to put just another little piece of tape on the back on both. I don't think there's a good side and a bad side, but I'll just use this side. These get attached with rivets, so we've already done the stitching. So they get attached with 2 rivets. All right. So right next to, and she gives you the dimensions on where to put it, how far from your zipper and all of that. This tape does not want to come off this vinyl. It's the funniest thing. It's not going to come off. So let's do this. She gives you the measurements on where to attach, mark for your rivets. So I'm just going to mark for my rivet. And we're going to just do it like that because it won't stay. One there. And where's the other one? Let me look. Okay. And you want them to be uniform. So that's why it's always a good idea to follow. And you can put them wherever you want. But just make sure they're the same on both sides. There we go. Yeah, that tape isn't going to come off. Isn't that funny? Some vinyls, it just will not come off. Just make sure when you're putting holes in that you're not putting it through any stitching. Okay. Grab some rivets. And we're going to attach those right where she tells you to. Oh, and I got a mark on my piece. Hold on. So leave a little bit off the side and then mark where they go and punch a hole there on both sides. Boy, I can hardly see my marks. There we go. Leave a little bit off. And punch your holes there. Sorry, I forgot that. That's important. Doing it through all the layers. Okay, now we can put our rivets on. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. A little thread there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let me go press those and I'll be back. All right, let's put our zipper pulls on, and I'm going to use 2. You don't have to use 2, you could just use 1, but she suggests 2, so I'm doing it just like Brenna suggests. I think one of the ones I made, I only used 1. It's nice to have 2 though. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Find your center on your gusset, so you don't have to mess with that later. Well, I think I'll wait until I get my gussets on. So hold on. All right, take your exterior gusset and attach that with the exterior right sides together. And then take your lining and attach that right sides together. And then we'll just sew that with 1 stitch. And let me check the seam allowance. Yeah, seam allowance has been the same. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now bring that other exterior up to the other side. And then the lining to the other side. There's a little bit of, you're going to have to pull it. Just a little. And sew that together. Yep. Make sure you have your zipper pulls on, because we just closed off our zipper. All right, now put it wrong sides together. Right side out, and clip the bottom gusset together. Because we're going to baste that and top stitch next to our zippers on both ends. It fits perfectly. Okay. Now we're going to top stitch here on both ends, and then we're going to baste the bottom together. Beautiful. So that's what you have. Now, let's find our center. So we'll put our gussets together, and I just clip them. Oh dear. I'm dumping things. And find the center on your bottom on both sides. Then on your zipper panel, find it and clip it on one side. And on the other side, you're not going to be able to clip it because it's your zipper. Just mark it. Okay, perfect. Very important step. Now, we're going to take, we're almost done, you guys, putting it together. We're going to take our front panel first. And with the zipper side, turn your zipper placket, gusset, wrong side out. We are going to attach our zipper. Yeah. No. Wrong. Right sides together. That didn't look right. I was like, what? Right sides together and clip your zipper on that front panel. And then go down to the bottom, find your center, clip that together. Find your center on your side, and that's where your gusset goes. And just start clipping things. We are going to probably need to clip our corners, and that's okay. You won't be able to clip your top corner because that's where your zipper is. So just ease that in. Actually fits very well. Brenna did a great job on this pattern. Okay, and then I am going to clip my corner on my gusset down on the bottom. On both corners. Don't do too big of a clip, remember? It's half your seam allowance, so check your seam allowance and only clip half of that. Okay. All right, let's sew that together. Cute, cute, cute. I'm going to start on the bottom and do your seam allowance. Make sure your zipper pulls stay out of the way. When you're on your zipper, just go slow, unzip it, and that helps a lot. And just make sure there aren't any puckers on your zipper. Take your time on this one. Perfect. All right, just take a look. See how it, I'm gonna actually turn it right side out and see how my zipper is. Perfect. You know, this is my, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 5th one. And you know how we always say that practice makes perfect. It's so true. Let me grab some binding. We'll bind. All right, today I'm going to use this self-adhesive binding. This is from Fabric Therapy. I've had it for a long time. And so I'm just going to use it. I'm going to trim up my corners here just to make sure they're the same. Okay. And we're gonna just do this. I don't use it very often, but I am gonna use it today. I find that you still have to clip it. I've had this for a while, so I don't know if it's lost its stickiness. We'll see. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna undo my zipper again. I've only used it a couple times. I don't know why. I think I forget I have it. It is still sticky, and I've had it for quite a while. It wasn't sticky on the end because I had pulled back the paper before. I think she still carries this, honestly. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked in a while. All right, then I am going to cut it a little long, and I'm going to fold it over. So there's no raw edge. And just clip it. Let's see. It's probably not for every binding project, but for this, I think it's perfect, actually. Okay. It didn't take a lot either for this bag in particular. Okay, so that's what we have. Now, somebody, I think it was Brenna, said that somebody does their binding with the non-gusset side up, and so we're going to try it today. I think it was the Crafty Reporter. We're going to try it. See how it does. I've never done it that way. I always do gusset side up, so let's see. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm doing my zipper, so I'm going a little slower. I don't know. Let's see how it does, and then I'll tell you what I think. Okay. Look, I think I caught everything. Let's just see. Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So I caught everything. Let's make sure I didn't go too close to my zipper and it closes okay. Yeah. Let's turn it right side out. Perfect. Okay. Let's put the other, the back side on. Right sides together, match your centers, and clip everything in place. I'll do this on fast forward. All right, that went really well. So let's do the other side binding, and then we'll be done. Okay. Let's turn it right side out. I think either method is fine. I don't think it really matters, for me anyway, which way you sew the binding on. Turned out really good though, I have to say. Okay, let me grab all my tools. All right, guys. So I turned it out. I added my crossbody strap. I added, and you would never have all these connected at one time. I added my wristlet. Let's add our tumbler strap, and you want to add it with this side up. So push it through. Let me show you. Push it through. pull it through your square ring. And then around there, and it's on your tumbler. Let me see if I have this. I don't have a full-size tumbler, but this will work for now. Whoa. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. Okay. This will work for now. So there you go. My tumbler isn't big enough, but that's how it's supposed to go. So when you have your big tumbler, it'll just go right on there, and you can pull that Velcro, and it's perfect. So I personally don't have a tumbler, so I wouldn't use this. But I know there are a lot of people that take their tumblers wherever they go. So, and you can just leave it on there. It's not really a problem. There it is. It is the cutest little thing, a wristlet. So I personally would probably wear it as a crossbody more than anything else. I'm just seeing some little foo-foos. So I'm going to take this off for now. I'll probably take my wristlet off for now. And there it is as a crossbody. It's so cute. It's so cute. And you open it up, and in the front is your card slots. So you're wearing it on your body like this. You open it, and you put your card slots there. Hold on. So here's the final product. So you're wearing it. You've got your phone, which my phone is a 14 iPhone Pro Max. It fits in there perfectly. And you zip her up. And there you go. Now, we did a Zoom, so along with this, and there were some people that added, they didn't do this, but they added a slip pocket back here, or somebody added a zipper pocket back here. Great idea. Somebody else added a slip pocket here on this side, opposite the card slots. So there were people that did all kinds of different things, and they did different fabrics for the front and the back, and then the gusset was a different fabric. The Magnolia Rae by Sunshine Stitches and our very own Brenna. Thank you, Brenna. The pattern is releasing, so I'll link it in the description below where you can get the pattern. Thanks, guys. I hope you go make plenty. It's an easy pattern to make, and it's a great gift. Thanks for watching.